Hello, this is Pixel Freak, and this is part 30 of the Final Fantasy Dimensions walkthrough that I've been doing. So it's been a little while since I've been playing this game. I actually took a week hiatus. This is my first piece after coming back and kind of relaunching my channel with some new branding stuff and a little bit of a new direction. But I want to keep doing this walkthrough. And this will definitely be completed as I play this game in 30-minute increments. I haven't touched it in about a week, so I'm a little rusty right now. I'm doing the commentary about a week or so after playing the game, so I might miss a little bit of something as I'm going through. Anyways, this piece right here, since we're just kind of getting back with Noct, we just finished Sol and the underwater temple. And Noct, we're kind of picking up here. This is after he's gone through Yggdrasil, the Great Tree. Gramps turned out to be the Elven King and sacrificed himself to save everybody or his family. And now we're here, and Gramps is presumably here under the flowers there somewhere. And we're hanging out with the elf royalty. So this particular piece of the walkthrough, not a whole lot exciting happens here. We're just going to go through the new town of Kurgis, which is the first town of this section of Noct's story. I'm not even sure there's that much to even be said there. Anyways, like I previously mentioned, I am going to finish this walkthrough. So for those of you that kind of were questioning, whoa, you haven't done anything in about a week, that was all related to the branding efforts. And even though I wasn't playing anything, I was really... I mean, I've got a 9-to-5 just like everybody else. Like I've got a job that I rather like. I should mention, but I was coming home from work every day and going straight to creating branding elements and doing research for different content types and trying to decide exactly what I wanted to do with the channel. So I haven't played the game in a long time, but also. I am planning on finishing the game. There's no doubt about it. I'm just taking my sweet time in doing so. I probably would have had the game done in a couple weeks if I wasn't having to record each half an hour increment, half an hour or so, I should say, and then watch back over my play and comment on all of it. Not that I'm complaining, because I really like doing this. This is actually a lot of fun. So it's kind of funny they use this mechanic here where you fly with Elf Boy and the Griffin, because they did the exact same thing earlier in the game with Barbara and the dragons. And so I don't know. I kind of find it a little bit cheap that they did it again. I should say it's probably weak storytelling or just lazy storytelling. They didn't use some kind of other mechanism. I mean, Secret of Mana, that had a cannon at least. They shoot you out of a cannon and you go across the continents. Got to do something different. That always in itself seemed kind of cheesy. It's like, why would you shoot people out of a cannon? They'd die. Square Enix, though, has not been known for their realistic storytelling. Usually they kind of bend the rules about what reality actually is. The canon's not necessarily included in that. What I'm talking about more is some of these convoluted storylines or you know, something like Final Fantasy X where you had these faith that dream up reality, or you know, kind of this superstitious or yeah, you get what I'm saying. Nothing that's grounded in what could actually happen. It would have to be in an alternate reality for it to be real. I guess the canon doesn't really fit underneath that, but yeah, same thing. Kind of. So the enemies in this area, definitely worthy of a grind. I did do some grinding after this piece, after Kurgis. I spent, you have to actually go to the forest just north of here. I spent some time grinding up my guys, and after getting a couple requests, in the pieces that I record after this, I'm going to start showing my jobs a little bit more because there's been some confusion over what exact level I am and etc. There's a little flashing doohickey there. That will take you back to the previous continent that you were on. Nice thing is if you missed one of the summons, I can't remember what the previous summon for this team was. It wasn't Shiva, it was Titan, I think. But you can go back and then go back and do the optional caves that you missed if you missed any of them. Anyways, I want to start showing my jobs off a little bit more. I'm going to do that at the beginning of videos. Unfortunately, I have a whole bunch of these recorded right now that I haven't done commentary for. I played the crap out of it one weekend, and so I'm much farther in the game than this. I think I have this whole section with Nox's team all completely done. I just need to sit and do all the commentaries on them. So you're going to see these get released probably pretty rapidly over the next week while I kind of unload these videos and get ready to move on. So after a while, you'll start to see those jobs being listed a little bit more. Unfortunately, it's not something I can really talk to right now because I don't really remember where they were when I did it. Come on, you can get that. There's something in that. It's funny when you play a game like this, you always kind of... I've noticed, I guess, as I've gotten older, that I start to think a little bit more like a developer when I'm playing a video game. The illusion that I'm actually in a game has gotten thinner and thinner over time. Not that developers haven't gotten better at kind of making that illusion there. It's just that my mind, from playing so many video games, has just gotten better at looking for patterns. And what I do is I'll think... That pot's a bad example because it's just straight in the open. But as you're traveling, you have to think to yourself, which way would I normally think I should go, and then not go that way. And the reason for that is because usually the way that you would think you're supposed to go doesn't have the badass gear in it, and you'd want to go the other way, and you'll usually find secrets the other way. A lot of adventure games, things like Devil May Cry, games like that, oftentimes if there's a way that doesn't seem obvious to go, that's where the hidden thing is. Little Big Planet was a really good example of that. When you start out levels, I would always go backwards first. The reason for that is because 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 times, there'd be items hidden by going left rather than right at the start of each level. Little Big Planet was a platform game for those of you that don't know. But RPGs are notorious for that. The problem with RPGs, though, is that usually the maps are so complex, the right way to go is usually in itself not exactly clear. And so trying to go the wrong way to find gear doesn't actually always work. You can do things like, if you're walking through a dungeon and you see a door, maybe pass that door, or just peek in the door real quick and then go on. The reason for that is because a lot of times there'll be a door where that's the way you're supposed to go, but the next door over has the cool item or the save spot in it, and if you progress through that first door, you'll never actually see it. Anyways, after this fight, this particular video wraps up, and in the next video, I think I'm going into the forest right here, but I guess we'll find out when we get there. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, this has been Pixel Freak.